I see it still takes forever on Madden to send a fucking invite.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with their opponents. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. On first down, Smith. Open man here is Foster. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
At the 28-yard line.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Throwing is Smith. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson, and he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 34. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Now Smith. Well, he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Sanders on 1st down with a little bit of space as he works his way forward, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Deep ball for Goodwin, and that is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
56.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, when you've got a guy like Marquise Goodwin, a former Olympian, mind you, you've got to devise ways to get the football in his hands, and mission accomplished there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
They go play action with Hurts. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off of play action, here's Smith. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now the 3rd-year man out of Rutgers, it's Gus Edwards. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Edwards, the ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From just shy of midfield, Smith. Pressure comes and down he goes.
My mic was off. What's up?
Impressive individual effort there.
I'm playing this league
around
game.
the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
He'll let it go deep for Foster.
Let's go, baby.
Clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up on the count, Robbie Coleman.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll start by running the option to the right. They find some open field here.
There you go, Jalen. Go on, Jalen.
Well, that was something.
Oh, yeah.
You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
We need funny man
Anyone
up
who
in
gets
here.
concerned when they see a quarterback running with the football, you just let him be himself. Let him be him. And I guess what you'd say there is hard to hit what you can't catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down.
Oh, come on, Deshaun.
Get this down near the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball.
Good throw, Jalen. Let's go, boy.
Right at them and right up the middle.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders.
Get there, Miles. Let's go, son.
To the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken
Damn, I
the
missed that
lead.
bitch.
Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
I only had 180 yards rushing. I had like 50 yards receiving.
Going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs.
Edmonds is X Factor now too. The Falcons, I had 2 in one game. I hear you.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Open man here, Sims complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Smith. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here.
No, keep him inbound. Look at using fucking timeout.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he
Nah,
got
I'm
out
playing
the box,
in this league on PS5.
and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
That's complete.
No, I'm the Eagles.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go and half no.
Wild, you on in? Oh shit, you ain't got no PS5 up there.
Smith on third down.
Yeah. Let's go, Darius.
Now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Your boy Frank got his son.
17 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Yo, get out of here.
Everyone by surprise. And Washington is tied.
Man, just faked field goal and scored.
Still to come.
Got his left tackle fucking dragging his toes.
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly
Fucking kicker throwing a dime on the run. What kind of shit is that,
No
man?
doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum.
Yeah.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation,
Get the fuck out of
Trying to
here.
get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
Yeah.
He will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and REA Sports Halftime
What's up,
Report.
dog?
Coach. All right, Coach. Thank
Hey,
you.
you got a
Welcome
powerful
everyone
Ingram at
for
the
quarter number
playing
3.
match.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Ah,
Heavy
fucking
traffic, and
A.
it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Steven Sims, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Flushed out right.
Let's go.
It's intercepted at the goal line.
Why would you go out of the end
And
zone?
a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Oh, it's out.
Get the ball. Let's go.
And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. There's Jalen Reagor, his first NFL catch. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone.
Oh, I am
so
done.
We will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Duke Riley came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Smith got a man. It's Gibson complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
A gain of 13. It's 3rd down and 6.
To throw on 3rd down, Smith. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there? Swarming to it and not allowing that to happen. Did not let him get downfield.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 41. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, Makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 12, Smith.
Let's go.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3
like
drives, 2
105.
interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Throwing is Hurts. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Philadelphia picking up the
how many fights did Robert Duran have, dog?
After the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that
Like
means
150?
it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Another run here with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
Yeah, he was nice.
And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now this one complete to Robert Foster. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Smith throwing again. Escaping the pressure right. And he will find a man here.
Now get the fuck out of here.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
That was, well, he got 1 foot in him, dog.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Play action. It's Smith. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. And Antonio Gibson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And Washington able to make this a close game again. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. So just a three-point game now as they send this one away. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
What, bro?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Let's go.
Downfield on second down. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Eagles add on to their
Because it's going to get his ass whooped.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and
Holyfield was a bad motherfucker, dog.
Guys slinging one downfield. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the
Well, he fucked around and fought Lennox Lewis too and got his ass whooped. That man's eyes were swollen shut, dog. Both of them.
More there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. He'll let it go deep for Foster. That's going to be caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Robert Foster, 42 yards.
Lennox Lewis fucked him up, dog.
And his kick is good.
And all that man did was throw a jab. All Lennox did was jabbed him.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now
Lennox Lewis and Holyfield, though, they're 2 of the greatest too.
Timeout. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation.
Shit, I love Lennox Lewis. Dad was a big Lennox Lewis fan.
We're going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Wouldn't you be?
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball,
there weren't many people that could, though.
So make sure you get in shape.
Another run with Sanders.
I don't know about that.
Right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
I shanked that motherfucker.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down.
There you go, Darius Slay. Let's go. That's a dub.
They will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
At their own 46-yard line.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Philadelphia, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll return home next week to